you all doing? How is everyone? Um, Hang on, let me just get myself focused a little bit because I've been rushing around a little bit here and there. Obviously, the video came out on. When did the video come out? Saturday night, I think it was, wasn't it? Was it Saturday night I released it? Yes, Saturday night I released it. So the big video came out. How to build a WordPress website using Elementor. I tried to put in as much good practice as I could. Web accessibility, thinking about your images, your page speed performance, your custom loading of your fonts. Lots and lots of what I like to call our gold chicken nuggets. Gold chicken nuggets, right? Loads of stuff I put in there, and I hope you found it useful. Now, a lot of people have come back saying that it was really, really good, and they can't wait to watch it. My big recommendation is that you watch what you want to watch, okay? You don't have to watch all of it. You're obviously going to skip bits, okay? You watch what you need to watch to get as much out of it as possible to help you out in terms of what you need to get out of it, okay? And I really, really hope it works really, really well for you. Hey, Chillster, how you doing? I might sound like I'm slurring my words a bit. It's mainly because my brain and my mouth are not in the same wavelength today, because I feel like when I'm talking, my mind is already elsewhere. So I feel like I'm just trying to stabilize my thoughts. Got a couple of client projects, well, a big client project starting next week. Another one we're just finalizing once we've got some details confirmed. And one of the hey Dave, how you doing? One of the feedbacks from the big video that I did was, are you going to do a bricks version? And that is, I was expecting that. What I'm trying to evaluate is how much, what's the appetite for me doing a bricks version? It won't be as in depth. I won't do the LMS bit. I won't even do the rank math bit. I will probably just vote. Well, I could do the rank math bit, I suppose. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But how much could I do, like building out a bricks website, utilizing CSS Grid, obviously the blogs and the shop bit as well. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you liked the video. And by the way, Dave, I hope you like the different style and approach I did as well. Hey, Pez. Hey, Nikki. How are you doing? I know, mate. Notifications pop up all the time. But yeah, Dave, I hope you appreciate like the way I try to be different with the way I set the homepage up as well. You know, like almost going, it's okay to be different. We don't have to follow that traditional text, image, image, text. You know, like, even though it was text, image, image, text, it was the way it was done. It feels so different, doesn't it? But it was so easy and simple to do. And it hey, look, you don't have to always go and get templates. Build your own. So I'm trying to gauge at the moment the appetite for how much time and effort do I put into a Hey, Imran M. We got another Imran. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to just gauge how much effort is there and appetite for me. By the way, I'm just rearranging my windows at the moment because it gets a little bit weird when I start to have too many windows open on my website. Like this. There we go, that's better. So what's the appetite? And one of the things I've decided is that even though I'm not 100% sure if I definitely will do one, there's nothing to stop me right now kind of brainstorming potential layouts, which is what I'm actually doing right now here. So I'm actually just brainstorming like an idea for a potential layout for how I might do it. Thank you, Dave. Yeah. And you know what? The other big thing that I think was really important when I did that video was with the page speed performance, even though I used loads of call to actions on that page, and there were images and there was text and stuff going on, you can still hit 100% on your page speed score, right? Obviously, it's dependent on your server and stuff like that. But yeah. Yes, Pez, 40-inch monitor. Do you feel like you're going to be more productive now that you've got more windows open, right? I bet you feel like you're going to be more productive now. You know, I bet you are. I bet you're going to be really, really productive now, my friend. Right, I'm just doing some positioning over here. So we might have a logo, say, here, and then we'll have something like... We'll have a menu system somewhere like that. I'm just doing a bit of placement on a potential, almost like a wireframe. And I know there's loads of other tools I could use. You could jump into Figma and stuff like that. I'm just doing a brainstorming session at the moment. Why you don't use Webflow? Because I'll tell you why. Actually, TT, I'll tell you why. So here's the question I'll put out. Hey, Shaveen, here's the question I'll put out to everyone that's on the live chat right now. How many of you are going to use Webflow? I mean, to be honest, if I'm honest, I don't even know how I would properly approach it. How would I properly approach Webflow and WordPress? It's not something I normally do. But would people watch it? How many are going to... how much would people actually bother doing that? So you often have to weigh it up, you know. It's like someone saying build a house that is 20 stories high. People might watch it, but is it really going to make a difference? So to be honest, TT, I'm not that experienced in Webflow. Looked at it, wasn't sure about it. It's not for me. And what I don't like to do, I can tell you now, I don't like to do videos where I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like to be fake. I don't like to go, hey, this is how you do it. You click here, you click there. Because back to the full screen. It's really easy to do that. I could just regurgitate what someone else has said. And then when someone asks me a question, I'm like, I don't know. Why did you do that? Oh, I don't know. That's what I read. And also, it's about kind of like making sure that when I build it, as you'll see from my videos, I build it and I explain why. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing the SEO? Why have I put the keyword here? So what I would say, TT, is that even though the animations are way cooler, here's my next thing. How many of your clients want animation? How many of them really, really want like more than just your traditional scrolling effect or your entrance animation? That's what you've got to kind of pinpoint, because we can easily get swayed by, whoa, look at all this. But deep, deep down, other than your basic animation, entrance or scrolling, or your odd flip card, flip box effect, how many of your clients really, 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 really want it? So I would say to everyone here, and if you're saying most of your clients, I'd love to know more about your clients. So tell us in the comments, please. But what percentage of your clients really wanted animation? Guess how many of my clients really wanted animation? Guess how many really wanted it? 0%. Okay? So over my 19 years of working with websites, 0% were really crazy or wanted animation. Is that because I have boring clients? Maybe. Maybe not. But it wasn't the crux. It wasn't the be-all and the end-all of the website. So Pez is back to his 3-monitor setup, which is really nice because you get exactly. You can, and that's the thing, Pez. You can do what you want, right? To be honest, TT, the thing is, though, right? Here's the thing, though, TT, right? And by the way, I'm not having a go at you, right? If you have a website built in Wix, Squarespace, Bricks, Breakdance, Elementor, Divi, WordPress, Gutenberg, whatever, would you be able to tell how the website's built without right-clicking and inspecting? Would you be able to tell? Be honest, everyone. If I open 10 websites, would you be able to tell? And I don't think you will, because it's not the tool. It's down to the creativity and what you do with the tool. I can tell you now that you could open up a Bricks and Breakdowns website and it won't look as good as Elementor. Just like Elementor won't look as Webflow, or maybe Webflow doesn't look as good as Wix, or Wix does not look as good as Squarespace. It is not down often just to the tool. It's down to the fingers and the thought process as to what you build. So that's what I'll say, TT, because I agree what you're saying. You could make it look better than Elementor with Webflow. But then again, I could say, but why are you using Webflow? I love these kind of questions. So you're using Webflow. I could then argue, yeah, but you could also then use HTML JavaScript coding. Because it's almost like you got Elementor and you got Webflow. And I could say, but why are you using any of them? Why don't you just do it hand-coded? You could probably do something even better, because Webflow will restrict you to a point, Bricks will restrict you to a point, Divi will restrict you to a point. So I think that... hey, Michael, how you doing? By the way, sorry I didn't say hi. And Mel, hope you're doing okay. So I would say that it's more about what you do with it. Because I guarantee you there'll be some Webflow websites that you're going to look at and go, that is plain ugly. So, you know, it's all down to... I hate flip boxes, Pez. I despise them. I will use it if we really have to use it or the client wants it, but I always pre-warn them that if you've got 4 or 5 flip boxes and you are now scrolling on the mobile, unless you stop using them, it's annoying. Every time you scroll, the finger goes on the screen to scroll down. It's flip, flip, flip. And I don't want it to flip. It's as bad as having loads of adverts. You know when you have some websites and they are littered with adverts, and they're not just image adverts, they're video adverts. So as you scroll down, there's another video, it's like video adverts that are autoplay. They are the most annoying. And there are some websites where they have the same video, and as you go down, it literally autoplays them, and you're literally seeing the start of every video again. It kills me whenever I have websites like that. Hey, Mammy Thai Cuisine Al Louvière. How are you doing? But you see, TT. I mean, to be honest with you, TT, if you think the best ones are Webflow, I'll let you go with that. I'll let you have that. I would say that if you had 10 websites open and all of them were built really well, you probably would not know what was built with what until you've inspected it. Because I can tell you now, I've seen some amazing websites built with Elementor. The same with other tools as well. Even with Gutenberg, I've seen something and I was like, really? That was just Gutenberg? But that's because behind the scenes, they went and put in loads of like code and they did some funky stuff, but the basis of the website was pure Gutenberg. And you know, you could think back to some websites that you might have seen 20 years ago that were cutting edge. I mean, you know, we're talking pre-WordPress as well. So I would say that a lot of it is down to what you do. Thank you, Brian. I'm really glad, by the way, you know, please do like it. Please do share the video. I'm not saying that because I just want you to share it, but please tweet about it. Please share it on your social medias if you feel like it's worthy. Hey, Nika. Now, Pez, someone asked a question. Shaveen, I missed your question. How long did it take for you to render the 6-hour video? Do you know how long it took? Okay, let me ask you. How long do you think it took? How long did you think it took for me to render it? How long do you think it took? I'm going to let you answer that question. How long do you think it took for me to do? In total, it was about, I've lost my numbers now. I wrote them down. So I might get this number wrong, but it was 18 hours of recorded footage. It was then about 34 hours, I think. I think it was 34 hours then to edit. Editing time was 34 hours. The total time to record and edit was 54 hours, I think, right? Then I had to re-watch it step by step to get my timestamps and just do any final tweaks. Total time, 62 hours to record, edit, final tweaks, and re-watch it to get the timestamps. Now, why did I do the timestamps as I edited? because I had to edit them in chunks. Do you notice I changed clothing during the video? It was done over a period of about, I don't know, give or take 10, 11 days, the recording. So you see me change clothing now and again, right? So 54 hours, right, record and edit, okay? Then I had to stitch it together and re-watch it to get the timestamps right. The total time to render it was nearly 7 hours actually, 6 hours, 50 minutes. Thank you, Dave. And do you notice my hair get worse, Dave, during the video? During the video, I start off as smart, and then I start to get like, no. I get a bit like tired. Can you see my fatigue kicking in? Especially the rank math. If you watch the rank math, I look like I've just been walked in off the street. So Shaveen, 6 hours, 50 minutes, iMovie. It's rendered with iMovie. It took 1 hour, 20 minutes to render, which ain't that bad, actually. I had to make sure that when I hit the render, I then turned off every other app, left it on. I've got a Mac Mini M2 Pro. I just left it, left my computer on, turned off any other apps like Outlook or Mail or Edge or Google Chrome or Discord or anything. Turned all of them off, just have iMovie. About 1 hour 20. It is only in 1080p. I was going to do 4K. The reason I didn't do 4K is because it pushed it, into like close to 1 terabyte. That's how big it was. And YouTube do not allow you to upload more than 250 gigabytes. If I had done it as a 4K video, it would have been like way over the YouTube limit. We're heading into literally 1 terabyte territory. That's how huge it would have ended up, right? So in the end, 6 hours 50 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes to render in iMovie. That being said, though, when I watch it back, the quality, you can see there's a bit of a drop in quality. So I've made the video bits, then I've stitched it together, and by doing that, I've realized I made a mistake in how I rendered it, but pre-final rendering. But I'm not going to go into technicalities of that, but it's something I've learned from the whole thing. Pez, that's when everyone's jumping on Bagway. Good. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and the page speed optimization, Pez, and again, I actually retouched that in the video. Hey Shaquille, how are you? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. So in the new video I put out, I go back over the same page speed performance steps. There's no change in my methodology. It's the same steps, okay? Just to prove it's totally okay. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, the 1080p, I think if you're watching it on a mobile phone, it's totally fine. On a big monitor, there's a bit of noise. Tiny bit of noise you can detect. It's not a tiny bit, there is some noise. And I'm a bit of a I'm a perfectionist, right? So to say it didn't bother me, it did bother me. We got female hiking. Why don't we go for female computer? I know, you're thinking, female computer, is there such a thing? But someone working at a computer. I'm just trying to get an image. In fact, I think I have got an image somewhere. So what I'm doing now is just brainstorming ideas for the next... Hey, Perfect Naeem, how you doing? I'm brainstorming now for the next video that I might create. That's going to be for... Sorry, I'm just losing myself here at the moment. It's going to be for the next video that I create, which will be for... No, not that image. For bricks. So I might create a version which is now Brixy, and I'm just going to get one of these images here. Something like that. It'll all make sense in a moment, okay? So just bear with me, okay? It's all going to make sense in a moment what I'm doing. Edit photo. Just effects. Edit video. Edit video. Yeah. So I'm just basically. Hey Mark, you're right. Hey Andrew, how you doing? No, Pez, the render was actually 1 hour 20 minutes. It was 1 hour 20 minutes to render, which wasn't so bad. For a 6 hour 50-minute video, it was 1 hour 20 minutes to render, which wasn't actually that bad in terms of how long I thought it was going to take. So I was actually a little bit surprised. No, actually that's wrong. I'm not surprised. I was impressed. Let me just sharpen that image a bit, just slightly scale it down a bit like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just now pulling together a rough layout for a new alternate bricks full website video that I might do. Do you think there's an appetite for a bricks version of what we did? So I'm not going to do it if people say no, there's no appetite for it. But if there is an appetite for a bricks video, then I will do it. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a version of that video, but this time it's done for bricks. We won't do LMS. I will not do a full-blown rank math because I've already done that. But what I will do is, if you are using rank math, here's how you want to now go about your SEO. But obviously, building out the website, it might be 3 or 4 pages. Well, 3 pages. We'll have home, about, contact. Then we'll do the blog page and we'll do the shop page as well. Hey John, how are you doing? And by the way, I hope you've all enjoyed the let me just get Bricks Builder IO. Just want to get their logo. Just so I can get it. Just so I can get the colors basically. So I just want to get these colors. So if I'm going to build a video which is very bricksy, I want to basically kind of build that into the website as well. So let's just get this yellow here. Let's get the color for that yellow, which will be that one. And then I'll just duplicate again. It's all going to make sense what I'm doing, all right, in a moment. Just bear with me on this, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm just creating some shapes. And the design I want to go for... Hey, Gary, how you doing? So, yeah, exactly, Pez. And this was 1 hour, 20 minutes. And surprisingly, that entire video was edited in iMovie. So from a resource point of view, it wasn't that expensive at all. Let me get this right. So there we have the... Is that right? Are they the right colours? Hang on, we'll know in a moment. Let me just check the colour scheme. Colour match. Yeah, that's the right colour scheme. Cool. So we got the right colour scheme. Like that. Let's just stitch that together. It's going to make sense in a moment what I'm doing, okay? So I'm just going to create a bit of a render or something like that. Nah, that doesn't work very well, does it? That doesn't work very well. So I'm going to create a bricks website, but I'm going to try and do it in a very, very different way. Whoops, daisy. So let me just do that. So what I'm doing at the moment is I am literally just wireframing potentially what my layout might be. So if it looks like I go quiet, it's because I'm just concentrating a little bit. Right, John, regarding building on a website before it gets seen at a national leadership conference tomorrow. Oh, okay, nice one, John. Are there going to be many people attending there, John? And are you presenting on stage or virtually, or are you having to physically be there face to face as well? That'd be really good. Do you know something, Dave? Can I be honest with everyone right now? That is the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant on doing a bricks video. You might have noticed, Dave, and I'm sure others have, that the minute I post anything on the bricks, it's very hit and miss with, do I get love? Do I get hate? Love, hate, love, hate. And I can handle a lot of shit. I can handle a lot of shit, okay? But sometimes the hatred you get is so, you know, like daggers in the back. And the people that hate me never use that same hate against anyone else who does the same or whatever. And then I kind of go, do I really want to invest now a couple of days recording, a couple of days editing for a video that's probably going to get a lot of dislikes, a lot of hatred? For what? And I probably won't use the same methodology that a lot of them like to use. And then they're going to go, oh, you're just an elemental user using bricks. You're not doing it right. So you kind of go, you know, do I really want to go down that road? Part of me still does, though. Part of me still does. Simona. Right, Simona. Yeah, hey, Nick. And that's the thing, Nick, right? That's why I'm a little bit like, how much time do I invest? And what's the payoff? And when I say payoff, I don't mean monetization. I mean the love from the community. I have got so much love and lovely comments for the video we released so far. And I am like, yay! But you are right. I might still do it. Hey, George. Right, Simona, you need to right-click and inspect your... In fact, here's what I would recommend you do, right? Okay, let me, to help you out, okay? Okay, to help you out, here's what you might want to do, right? So let me show you. So I'm just going to give Simona a little bit of a helping hand here, okay? So just bear in mind for a moment, okay? So here we are on the famous website. Here's the website that we built. Hang on, let me log in. I shouldn't share my screen until I've logged in, really, should I? That would not be a good move. Right, let's just go through. Okay, right. So I'm just going to go over here to all pages. And I'm just going to hit add new. And we'll call it, we'll just call this one Chevron. What widget are you actually using, Simona? When you say Chevron, Simona, what widget are you using? All right, I'm going to have to go back to full screen. So, Simona, you say Chevron. Do you mean the chevron on the drop-down? Do you mean the chevron in your mobile drop-down? This is a Pepsi Max. It's Soda Stream. So it's a sparkling mineral water, right? With a Pepsi Max Soda Stream in here, and it will be all right. Hey, Sinan, how you doing? Thank you, Brian. I try to do that. We should be equally hated. We kind of are, Michael, aren't we? So, Simona, are you talking about the mobile menu? Are you talking about the mobile menu here? Is that what we're referring to? I'm guessing you are. Am I right or wrong? I think you must be referring to the nav menu, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you're referring to. Yeah, I use Calama, just the color. So are you talking about, though, the mobile menu? Is that what you mean? I think... You know you can change... Yeah, the icon for the chevron, but can't find the color setting. Oh, you're going to have to do a bit of CSS here. So let me just hit publish on this page, okay? George, YouTube, yeah, of course. Right, so if I just go back over, so I've got this page now, right? If you go and install this plugin here, by the way, this is the website. This is the actual website that we built. So these are all the plugins. We had Code Snippet, Elementor Pro, Page Restrict, which was for the LMS bit, FastPress, Rank Math SEO. This one I was just using, but you don't have to have it. Site Origin CSS. WooCommerce, WooCommerce Payments, WooCommerce PayPal, and then we have the Grid Builder and then WP Meteor. So in total, that entire website was 13 plugins. If you don't want to do the LMS, you can get rid of that. If you don't want to do PayPal, you can get rid of that. If you don't want to do the loop grid filtering, you can get rid of that and that. But I've tried to keep it as lean and mean. Now, you want to install the Site Origin CSS plugin, which is free. Go over to CSS Editor. This is a quick tip way of doing it, right? Go over here, type in Chevron, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to minimize my screen. So, wait, hold on. This ain't going to work. Sorry, I've just realized what I'm doing ain't going to work. I haven't got a drop down. Let me just add in a drop down. Let's go to menus. Let's just go in, add in a drop. Oh, I don't know. All right, let's just go in, add in, add to menu. Let's just add in the drop down under the home page like that. Yep, so let's just go and add it in. So I've got to add it in now. The thing is, though, Simona, right? It does depend on your image and if it sits within a slider or anything else, right? Something like that. So let me now just go back over to my settings. No, it's not. Where is it? Here it is, custom CSS. By the way, can I just quickly check the comments that are coming in? Because I often forget to read. I've just used your code snippets to stop lazy load. However, using your page speed, the hero image still has a 1 to sec. Nikki, it can very much. I mean, it could be the size of the image. It could be. There's loads of things it could be. Wow, John. Hey, look, you are gonna smash it. Absolutely, Michael. So one of the things I do mention at the end of the video is a security plugin and a backup one like WP Vivid. So I mentioned those two right at the end. Right at the end of the video, I talk about Clamp, security plugin, all-in-one or WordFence, and WP Vivid or Updraft Plus, or what does your server also provide, and all-in-one migration. So I mention. So I mentioned something like that. Okay, right. Let me just go back over here. Right. Okay, so let's just go back to this page. I'm just going to go to Chevron. So it goes here. And if we go over here. Right. So you see that. Can you see my mouse? Can you see as I move, I'm getting all of this stuff like here. So when I go here, can you see I'm now on the Chevron? Click on the Chevron. Click the Chevron. And then down here, I get this list. So I'm now going to see this one here, right? I'm going to click that, right? Okay, sometimes it does not show it. So I'm just going to try. I might have to copy that, which is a bit annoying, actually. Sometimes it does not list it, which is flipping annoying. Let me just get it again. Right? So what you do, you see that. That's the class name there. E-font icon, SVG, EFAS, caret down. That is the font. So I'm just going to go in and go, I don't know. Which one is it? I think it's the text color. It's one of these colors, right? So what will happen is, once you've got that, okay, and then you've gone and defined your color or whatever it is. So let's just go with, don't do what I'm doing, okay, because I'm hitting the wrong one. But once you've got that written down, and you hit OK, usually it will have written it out for you. And you can copy that and then go and stick it. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want to keep that. Once you've got that, it gives you the full class name. And then you can now do your CSS, color, whatever, font color or color, whichever way. You'll work it out. It's either font color, not font color, color. And then you put in your whatevers, right? And if you want to make sure you do it for the, let me just get it for you. I'm going to post this in a moment. Hold on a minute. Insta here. If you want to go and get the, if you want to do it just for the mobile, then go over here and use this here. So you want to say, in your CSS, you want to say @media maximum width, say 600 pixels. So it only does that from 0 to 600 for the mobile. Everything over that, you will then have a bigger one. So I'm just going to give you this, like, if you want. So at Simona, there we go. And at Simona, we were using the Site Origins CSS free plugin. Right, so you might want to go in and have a look at that. Did that help you? I think that helped. I think that helped. Did that help? I mean, it probably didn't help a massive amount, but I hope that kind of helped you just a little bit there. I hope that was useful. I always like to, you know, if it's not useful, do let me know, okay? But I hope that helped you. I'm just adjusting something here on my screen. So just bear with me in a moment. I'm just going to try and get this right. So I'm just trying to work something out here. Layer, 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 center back. Oh, man, what have I done? Sorry, I'm just trying to do something. Cool, yeah. George, should we make a tutorial showing people to read the class of the Chrome DevTools? George, I think that's a really good idea. I think that is much needed. I mean, I just use Site Origins because it's easier to train, but I think it's a good idea to sort out a video for that. Hossam, you're halfway through the last video. No way, Hossam, really? What am I doing here on a bank holiday? Mark, there is no such thing as a bank holiday for me. You should know this by now, okay? If you think, right, that I understand or appreciate bank holidays, you should know by now, right? I don't, okay? I have no respect for bank holidays, full stop. Because I just always have something else on. I always have something I want to do or achieve. And I missed a live chat on Friday, and I think it's right for me to be back on here again. Ruben, do you know... Oh, Ruben's got a question for George here. Do you know CSS code to remove background images on mobile? You'd have to inspect it. You'd have to inspect it and then put an app media code in to say remove it or something like that. You'd have to do something like that, really. The overlay on these are quite rubbish, I have to say. Right, I'm just trying to work something out here. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm going quiet, it's because I'm just having a moment with trying to think about a different kind of like design that I really want to do for bricks. Like I want to create like a website. So I am probably going to do a tutorial, but I want to be a little bit different in how I approach it. So I'm just right now, wireframing a little bit of, like, potentially how I might go about designing it. So I'm just playing around at the moment, okay. So please just bear with me, all right? I'm just wireframing. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I think we need to go black text there, don't we? Dark text, something like that. Add a headline. Right, so we'll have a headline somewhere like that, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe up there. I don't know. I'm just playing around at the moment. Right, back to the question. Sorry. You can't target it, Ruben. Have you tried Site Origins CSS, Ruben? Have you tried Site Origins CSS? Yes, thank you, Maddie. Hey, Maddie, I had a really sore throat. And it really just pained me. Pez, 96 plugins. What do you mean, 96 plugins? What are you talking about? Exactly, George. We don't do holidays, right? I can guarantee you now, on a Sunday, I'll be working and George will be working, and many of you will be working as well. We don't do weekends or holidays. To be honest, Nick, I will do it because I know some of our subscribers are bricks only. They're not elemental, they're just bricks. And I feel like it'd be wrong for me not to do it. So I definitely will do something about it. Will I use native bricks or the CSS framework? I'm going to use native bricks, Mark. And again, here's why. I'm thinking about... so the video we just did, there's no elemental add-on, right? Other than grid builder, but that's for the filtering. So I'm keeping it really, really clean. If I build a bricks video, I want to keep it on brick, okay? I want to keep it on just bricks, native. So that if you are using bricks builder for the first time, you don't feel like, oh, I've got to go and get bricks forge or bricks this or bricks templates or ACSS. I don't have to do any of that. I can just get a reasonably looking website with bricks or whatever, something which works reasonably for me. That's the approach I kind of want to get to at the moment. And I want to keep it as accessible as possible so people don't feel like they've got to go and get third-party stuff on as well. Simone, can you make a small tutorial how to spice up a web page, for example, patterns and small icons or lines? The trouble is, Simona, that is very, very, very subjective. Yeah. And so I'll have a think about it. And then I'll try and come up with something which might work or be good. But it is very, 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 very subjective. Oh, yes, Pez. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was 96 now. My head goes a bit... I can't remember. There you go. Look, George has added in an amazing tip. Go to the Facebook Web Squadron group, tag George in, and he will be there. Yeah, I mean, my recommendation is that you use SVG, okay? Because that's going to be much more minimal impact than your font. You might still get the odd page speed performance. You will still get a little bit. SVG does not eliminate all page speed performance, all right? You have too many, or you haven't got it sized right, you will get a bit. Hey, Andrew, how are you? So SVG as backgroundy stuff can work quite well for you. And we have got a video coming out, which is, I think Mark shared this with me, vectorizer.ai. It's really good. It's not spot on. Some images don't convert well, so be careful of the minute detail. But the bulk of images or patterns you put through vectorizer.ai, free website, you go in, drop your image, converts it into an SVG. Really, really good. Okay, really, really good. And you'll get some tips on there. Yeah. So, yeah, and by the way, once George has told you what it is, I might go and do a video on it. But yeah, have a look at that, and hopefully that is going to help you out. So I'm just trying to come together. Yes, you did, Mark. I think you shared it with me, Mark. Did you? I think you shared it. Vectorizer.ai. I'm sure you did, Mark. Harris. I think you did. Yeah. Do I have any web videos about your workflow or some guidelines? To be honest, Matters, it's any guidance that I'm going to give, right, is going to be over here. So in terms of how I like to approach things, how I like to build, how I like to get, at what stage do I get sign off, it's actually all over here in how to start a web design business. We don't have any discounts on offer now anymore. Okay, it's just full cost now. But our process, our proposals, all of that, that's where it is. Exactly, Mark Harris. I have to say Mark Harris in case there's more Marks here. But Mark Harris, you shared it with me. I created a video. I haven't released it yet because I've got other stuff in the pipeline, or I need to get this video out before this one. But the Vectorizer AI video is scheduled, and it should be out soon. It should be out end of May, I think. But yeah, great. When you shared it with me, I was like, oh, this is smart. This is smart, and it's free. I'm not sure if you have to start paying at some point. I'm sure you do, but at the moment, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, great, nice little video that you shared with us there, or that you shared with me, even. So thank you very much for that. I'm just trying to stitch together here the layout for a wireframe that I'm just now doing. So please, if you see me looking away and I suddenly go quiet, it's not intentional. It's just because I'm trying to get like text lines. I'm just trying to get some text, just some wireframe. I keep saying it, don't I? Where did I do that? What have I done? I've just gone and done something and I don't know what I've... Why is it not working? What have I done? What have I done? Why is it not working? Oh, there it is. I couldn't actually see what I was doing on screen. Yeah, vectorizer.ai, Andrew. I think you will love it. Paul, I'm okay. How are you doing? Do you know Elementary Themes default page width? No. I'm going to guess they're 1,400. I'm going to take a guess, right? It's 1,400. I am probably very, very wrong about that, right? But I'm going to take a bit of a guess, okay? I'm going to take a bit of a guess that is what it is, okay? And if anyone is right now wondering what the heck is going on here on screen, I'm just trying to create a potential wireframe for a layout. Okay, so please don't get like flabbergasted by what the heck are you seeing on screen, because it's just me experimenting a little bit, okay, with let me just say text line. So this is me just trying to do like that. I'm just doing like a brainstorm of a wireframe, okay, which is going to make very little sense to anyone here, but you just have to go with it, all right? Just go with what I'm doing here at the moment. And if it doesn't make sense, I really don't care. No, I do care. I lie. I do care, but I hope that you... because this is kind of how I mean, my original Elementor website video that I released, that was actually done with a scribble. This one I'm just thinking a bit more about in terms of my layout, because I want to get like a bricksy design on page and all of that. No, I think it's 1,400, Rubin, I think. Okay, Michael, so book print and paperless version. Yeah, you could use bricks. You could definitely do that. I am using Canva. This is Canva. Yes, this is Canva, by the way. You could use Figma. You could use Photoshop. You could use any other tool out there. Take care, Nicholas. You could use whatever you want out there, but I'm just going with Canva at the moment. So Fat J has now said, so I actually haven't actually looked at the new pricing yet. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at it, so let's just go and have a look. I've been busy with other stuff, so let's go and do it live, right? So Elementor 3.13. Change log. Let's just get a change log for the versions over here. Is it out? Is it out, the pricing? I might be getting myself a bit mixed up here. Is it actually out, though? Is 3.13 out? Can someone just let me know? Okay, you know what? I'm going to look at it later. I'm not going to look at it right now. Otherwise, I'll get myself all mixed up with what I'm doing right now. And I've just lost my page. Damn it. No. Matters. Do I use Crocker Block? So, I don't really use Crocker-Block. I have to be honest. I don't really use it. I always find there's other ways to do what I need to do. I do find it quite complex. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Nicholas. I was going to say, I don't think it's not. Yeah, no. Yeah, Nick, I was just looking for it. I can't see it there. So in terms of Crocker-Block, I got nothing against it. I find there's a bit more of a learning curve on it. 3.3 beta version's okay. No, I got no issues with it, Fat J. I quite like it. Oh, the extra pricing for the AI, it needs to sink in a little bit more. It needs to sink in a little bit more about pricing, and I'm waiting to see if that changes at all. Why not reduce the little bit size? Well, this is a fake... Ruben, these are fake images. This is a fake image, right? This is just me playing around with the layout. This is not the exact spacing, by the way, either. This is just me messing around with potential layout. So this is just me, okay, messing around at the moment. So seriously, don't get too bogged down with what I'm doing here, because this is all just potential layout. Yeah, this is not the final layout, so I'm just trying to be a bit kind of different. In fact, no, I don't think I like that. Let's flip that the other way. So we'll go with like that. Take that. Let's pop that one down there. Let's pop something like that. Yeah, ish, something like that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to get like a potential, like, if you were going to go with like a white grayscale-y website, but with a bit of a bounce of color here and there, right? Okay, how would you go about doing it? And we're going to have a call to action button, obviously. So we'll just get a button here, stick that in there. We'll go with that color there. So we keep the theme. So we'll have a call to action here. Maybe something like that, right? Maybe a button down there, something like that. Might make that a bit smaller, so we just have it like... Where did the button go? There you go. Something like that. Ish. Something like that. Anyway. Schedule for tomorrow. Not set in stone. Looking forward to it, Nicholas. And hopefully, it'll... the beta was actually really good, I thought. Vectorizer looks interesting. So what you... No, Andrew... If the image has got lots of stuff going on, lots of patterns here and there, when you vectorize it, you will lose the detail. So it might merge. So let's say you got like two lines that are very close. Sometimes Vectorizer will turn it into one line. So it goes from two thin lines, say it's like that, okay? It might merge them into a thick line. So test it out. Okay, test it out. Convert it into a WebP, or just to see what it looks like as a WebP. Then take the image and put it through Vectorizer AI and test it out. Okay, right? So test it out. Okay, if it is too detailed, it can overcompensate for the detail. So really, if they've done loads of like nice little scribbly shades, whatever. Like someone has done scribbled coloring, it can merge it. So it suddenly looks like a faded, blurred color. So watch out for that. 99% of the time, you'll have no problem. It's just the 1% where you'll have a little bit of an issue. George, Ruben answered on FB, but why don't you hide the section hider via the responsive mode and create another one? I mean, this is the thing, isn't it, George? The easy way is to do that. The more convoluted ways to go in and get the CSS, but I do agree with George. Sometimes think about the simplicity, and I know people then go on about the DOM, the page size, but as long as you're not doing it throughout the page, you can kind of get away with it. But George makes a very good, smart and shrewd point. He does make a good point. Okay, so let me just continue back to my, we might have a couple of boxes. Well, we'll have blog posts over here, right? So we'll have blog posts. So we'll shrink that down. Something like that. something like that. So we might have like blog post down there. And then further down, I might do another bit of text. In fact, something like that. We might have another bit of... No, in fact, no. We will go for another image like this. That is right. In fact, we won't go for that image. We'll go with... No. We'll just put the same image in. We'll just pop the same image in. Let me just make sure that we get the right... For some reason, my mouse is being a little bit buggy. I don't know why. It's not losing connection, is it? Or it might be Canva. I don't know. Anyway, we'll go with something like that. So all I'm doing is just doing some placement of items, right? This is not the final look of the website, by the way, okay? This is me just having a think about, like, center back. Oh, no, not center back. Like that. You might have something like that. We'll go with a white text. You know, like when you have like quotes or the odd little thing on the page somewhere. So you might go with something like that. This image is going to be darker in transparency like that. Just bear with me. And then obviously you'll have the footer down here. So I'm just going to grab this and just go... Just wait a minute. I'm just getting this done. We'll go with footer. 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 Like that. And then over here, I'm going to convert that to be a white text. Grab one of these boxes. Duplicate that. Turn it into a dark. Go for a dark color like that. We'll stick this over here somewhere like that, and then I'm just gonna push it back to something like that. So what you're gonna see now is my rough layout for how I might approach the Bricks fake website page that I'm going to do. I might go with something like that. Something like that. I don't know. This is just me brainstorming, literally like boop, 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 boop. Oh, really, Mark? So, okay, right. So, 3.13 has just dropped. Hey, Mia, how are you doing? Hey, look, don't worry, Mia. Look, you know if you're busy, you are busy, right? And I would always rather know that you get on with what's important, okay, rather than... I'm not sure about this bit here now. This doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. I'm sure I'll work it out what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'll have to have a think about that. 27 minutes ago. Do you know what? You're right, because I've just checked now, and it says that 3.13 released. You're right. Well, it says it's one of the websites. Yeah, you are right. I'm going to go have a look at that later on in a moment, just to see if there was anything blatantly wrong there. So this is a rough kind of... I mean, I'm not sure it needs to be that wide now. I think I'm going to go with something like this. Something like that kind of look. Let me just move this in. Let me just pop that there. It'll come in a little bit more, like something like that. Footer. Right, you get the idea. Okay, you get the idea for the look we're kind of going for there. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts. And what I'm now going to do is go and create what the blog post would look like. So when I say blog post in terms of the bloggy layout, and the blog layout will probably be something like let me get this right. It's going to be something like this, right? So your blog layout it'll be a similar grid thing like that. Yes, Fat J, you are right. You did tell us, and I'm sorry for us not believing you. We disbelieved you, my friend. Look, if you like the new video that we put out late Saturday night, it's nearly 7 hours long. Please do share it. I'm reaching out to you all to please help to share it. You know, share it with people that you feel like are going to benefit from it, are going to find it useful. Because obviously I want people to watch it, but I want people to benefit from it as well. So let's go with post title, which would be something like that. Whoa. Probably like something like that. It's probably going to cross over a little bit. And then we'll have we'll probably have a button that will sit somewhere like that as well. The button will be the dark button to read more. But you'll also have the read more by clicking as well. So I'll have something like that. And then behind it, you'll probably have the image. I'm really going to think really long and hard about how I build this up, okay? So it's going to be just different in terms of like how I design it. Let me just get rid of this image. Let's go over here like that. Let's just make this darker. Stick this image in here. Is it annoying when I go quiet? Do you find it really annoying when I go quiet like that? And I'm kind of just like caught up in my own little world a little bit with what I'm doing. Something like... I'm not sure this is going to work very well. But anyway, look, I'm just trying to brainstorm some ideas for how I might potentially do the layout for this, the blog post kind of thing. Nice one, Mark. Yep, really, Mark. Hey, do you know what? If it helps them to build it, it's not a bad idea, right? Yeah, do you like that? Do you like this layout, Andrew? I mean, it's a pretty oopsie daisy. I've just realised. Yeah, it's a pretty neat layout, right? Let me just expand on here so we can see it a bit better. Like, I mean, look, I'm just doing this on Canva, right? This is just Canva, everyone. Okay, this is just Canva that I'm doing. Whoa, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we'll have another one over here, and then we'll have another one like... So this is like your blog post layout now. Right, okay, something like that. And the layout I want to have alternate, so you might then have, let me just flip it to be the other way around. Have I done that right? Yeah, I have. So let's just cheat a bit and flip this here. Go there, that goes there. They are very similar in colors, right? But don't worry about that. We'll go with something like that. We'll have the button over here. So I'm going to go with something like that for the blog layout. I'm having a think at the moment, right? I am really having a think about what kind of layout I'm going to go for, but I'm trying to be, again, a little bit different in terms of like how will things look and sit. I just need to do something here. So if I just copy that, okay. I think that's going to be too much. That's too yellow. Yeah, that's too yellow. That's way too yellow. That's way too yellow. That is way too yellow. Yeah, that's way too yellow. Yeah, and I agree with what Mark is saying. It doesn't really work, does it? It doesn't work. Doesn't work as well, kind of thing. I think if you have it as a... Let me just get rid of all of this. No, let me just delete. Undo. It's easy just to undo like that. I think this, right, is going to work better as a smaller design, like something like that. Like that. And then obviously you'll have your wording. Oh, man, get this right, Imran. You know, you might have your wording. In fact, the button doesn't even need to be there. We'll go with something like this. Right, and I think the I think just having one like this would work quite well. So what you do is you do something like that. You go with that. You go with a white. Maybe something like that might work a bit better. Oh, Mark, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, Mark. This is just like, I'm just not sure at the moment. I really don't know, Mark. Seriously, guys, you are watching me just experimenting at the moment, okay, with the look that I'm going to go for. And it might look nothing like this when we eventually get it done. So, seriously, just bear with me on this. Right now, you're all humoring me as I build. Okay, I am just playing around with my look for what I'm going to go for. Okay, I'm just playing around, all right? I love to experiment a bit because I always feel like you get more fun out of, you know, when you build something and you get to, like, just be different. Yeah, you are right. You are right, Mark. You know, having the free look does kind of maintain consistency. I'm just trying to just decide on, is that really the look I want to go for? I'm a little bit undecided. If I'm honest, I'm a little bit undecided just yet. But I may come round to it eventually. So for now, I'm just going to copy that. Go back over here. Let's expand. Can you see the look? Can you see what we're doing here? To be honest, Mark, this is not the final design. So everyone is saying go back to the 3 square. I might go back to having the 3 square approach. But I think right now I'm just trying to check, does it still work with the colors? So as long as I have 3 small colors, so, you know, we'll obviously go with like, you know, something like that. And then we'll have like that, if I got it right. Whoa! So, you know, when you have the coloring like that, and then I'll just make these 3 squares actually be a little bit smaller, like something like that, and then bring this text to be to the front. You know, there might be something like that. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. And then I think I'm going to have to make the text be a dark... Whoa, wrong color. Wrong color, my dear friend. You know, I don't know. There'll be a bit of playing, right? There'll be a little bit of like... There'll be something going on, right? There'll be something going on, right? I don't know, right? So I'm just messing... Whoa, sorry, hit the microphone. I'll be messing around with it. But yeah. But I think you get the idea with what I'm doing, right? You get the idea. I mean, I could go white and I could make this image. So if we were to edit the photo, adjust it, drop the brightness down, something like that. Make the blacks be stronger. Make the brightness come down a bit. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still playing. I'm still trying to get a play for the images and stuff like that. So if I do a bricks video, you're seeing it here first right now. Potentially the style that I might go for, right? You're literally getting the brainstorming of my centre back. Where's the text? Why is the text? Is there a white text there? Oh, of course, yeah, the text is white. Duh. Duh, 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 duh. Right, layer. Why is that not working? Align layer. Oh, hold on. I know why. Just wait a minute. Bring to front. Right, here we go. Where's my text gone? There it is. Sorry. I think Artif knows how much I hate footers. Artif knows this, right? I totally I mention it in the video, don't I? I despise footers, right? I totally despise them. I'm ignoring all the comments just for a moment. I haven't read them, right? I'll be back in a moment. I'm just quickly nudging this. Anyway, look, there we go, right? So that's a rough layout for how the website will look. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Do you know something? Should we try an experiment right now? Can we even find her? So if we go over here, stock photo, lady, dark hair, red. Does anyone even know her name? Like, who is that lady? Does anyone even know the lady's name? Right, you know which lady we're talking about, the one that appears on every bloody website, every demo you ever see. She's there, right? She is there in every website. Does anyone have a name for her? Who is she? Like, she must be fed up, right? Well, no, she probably loves it. Every demo we ever see has got her on it. And I feel like when I see people do that, I often think like, were you really lazy that you didn't change it? Or was that the first one that came along? Or are you being cheeky? Because we all talk about this, don't we? Oh, the lady in red again. Did he? No. No way. No. I'm going to message him now. I'm going to say, Paul, who is this? No, Paul, I'm going to ask him now. I'm going to go and message him now. Did you find out who the lady in red... Did you find out who the lady in red is? Are you kidding me? Did he really? Because if he did, right, I want to know who it is. She deserves a lot of love and respect because she's everywhere. However, can I please make a request to all of you plugin developers and designers out there? Theme developers, templates, demos, page builders, all of this, right? Can you please stop using the same image? Right? Can you please be a little bit more inventive? I'm trying to find the image. I can't even find her now. This is really weird, right? Normally she's on every demo. WordPress demo. Anyway, I've asked Paul to just send me the details if he's found her. I can't find her now. I've just said she's everywhere, and now I can't even see her. No, I can't even find her. But anyway, look, it's the lady in red. She's always smiling. Brunette hair, or dark hair. Oh, Artif. Are you kidding me? Now I've got to go and find a demo with her. Come on, think of a plugin or a theme that's got her. Come on, everyone. Come on. Hang on, wait, I think Mark. Yeah, here we go. This person. This one. Her. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. Every demo, every theme, every template. Right? Dummy websites. She is there. She's in your team. She's your team player. She runs your website business, your accounting, your finance. She even pilots shuttles. She's the most gifted person in the world. She can do anything she wants. You want a website? You got it. She can do it. She can do everything, right? Okay, she's everywhere. Yeah, Artie, you know what I mean now? Now you know. Okay, and she's everywhere, right? But I mean, we need to find a name though, right? I do as well. Yeah, she's in your team as well. It is, and I think that's why people love having her on there. You know, if we go back to this image, okay, it's because it is, you know, like you're drawn to her, right? It's almost like it's inviting, it's happy, you know, and that's why it's so commonly used. But it is too commonly used. So when I see a demo or a website and they've done their like their team, in fact, I think she's on the Elemental team. I think she's on the Elemental team as well. But when someone does a demo or a template, they go, oh, here's a team section, here's a team container about us, and they put that photo on, I sort of go, look, either you were lazy, or you couldn't, or you just went for the first one you found, or you wanted to be cheeky, because I think it's cheeky. So can I ask all of you right now, this is a question for the entire community watching live chat. Don't forget to hit like. If you were building a plugin or a theme or a demo site, would you go for that image or would you use something different? Would you go for it because of familiarity? Or would you go for it because it's most commonly you probably have it already? Or would you go for it because you're being cheeky? So do you do it for familiarity? Do you do it because it's the easiest to find because you've probably already got it somewhere? Or do you do it to be cheeky? Or would you not do it? Would you not do it? Would you not do it? I personally would not do it because I would want to be different. A bit like right now, as I'm building this website, this demo like fake mock-up page, right? I'm using an image that's been created by Midjourney. These are Midjourney images. I want to be different, right? I don't just want to have the same look. So what would you go for out of curiosity? So Gary would go for different. Artif says, let's call her Venus. Wow, hey Artif, I like that. It's a distant relation of Uranus. Venus. Artif, give Artif a round of applause, everyone. He gets the Comment of the Day award. You don't win anything, but you get a Comment of the Day award. Mia makes a really good point here, right? And this is the reason I would go for different. Because Mia says they might look at another website with the same image. Exactly the point I want to make, Mia. This is why I'm asking you all what you're going for. Let's say you're up against 5 other web designers and they do mock-ups. They might have the same image, and that might confuse the client who might go, why have they got the same image? Something suspicious here. Are they working together? Are they collaborating behind the scenes? And this is why I feel like you should go for more unique images. Definitely. Do you get what I mean, though? So Sinan would go demo. Michael would go demo. Inderpreet, how are you? You know? But this is where Midjourney... This is a Midjourney image. Midjourney. Look, these are... In fact, I'll show you the image I just added here. This was all... like, look, this is all Midjourney. Just Midjourney, right? I even got one here as well. You know? Just go and get some Midjourney images. You know, if you can. Just... because you want to stand out, don't you? You want to go, wow... But if you're not careful and you have the same image as other people... Look, you got to remember, okay? if you're a client and you're looking at 10 web designers, who are you going to go for? And they give you a mock-up or a scribble or a design, and they've got the same image, would you not be a little bit suspicious? Would you not go, like, I'll tell you what, I have seen web designers, right, portfolios, right, where they have said she's in their team. They've literally said, here's my team, I run it, I've got a designer, I've got a developer, and then her photos appeared. And I'm like, what the hell? Is that real? Or is that because you haven't got a photo for that person, so you've used stock imagery? Which one is it? Which one is it? To be honest, Michael, that is what stock images are for. But I would just go a little bit, I would push it out a little bit, yeah? I would push it out a little bit, you know, and like, you know, like, look, the images you can get to use for mid-journey, just to add something a little bit different, you know. I mean, look, I could do it here if I want. You know, let me just go in. I mean, not everyone's got the time to do what I'm doing, I have to be honest. I'm being a little bit like facetious here with where we go, we'll do something like that. I don't know. There we go, right? Do you get the idea? You know, so you just want to show something a little bit different, just to go boom, if they're making a decision between lots of different ones. How did you do the prompt for your demo images? As an example, I suck on mid-journey prompts. So my prompt for this image, and I'll get it for you. Can I get it? Yeah, I think I can get it for you. I think I've still got it somewhere. Hold on. Let me get it. Yeah, take care, Mark. Hey, look, go walk the dog, okay? Woof, woof. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the man in where is, I need to find it. Where is it? I'm not logging into my Mid-Journey site. I can't be bothered to go do that, but I've got to find it. It's just over here somewhere. In fact, what I typed was, I can tell you what I typed. I did hyper-realistic, Unreal Engine 5, female, working at computer, grayscale, something like that. Working on keyboard at a computer, hyper-realistic, Unreal Engine 5, grayscale, and then I also put AR AR 4:2. So I did AR 4:2, something like that. And that helped out. Thanks, RT, for helping out, Andrew. I haven't seen that comment yet, but really glad you did that. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. And if you use their images, it's even better, you know. You could use their images as well. And this is kind of like, you know, the layout. So would you like to see me build a bricks website that looks like that for the homepage? These are the blogs, by the way, down here. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see that? And I probably will use the grid, CSS grid, as I build it. In fact, can I ask you all something? Let me just quickly close that down so I just double check the comments. Yeah. When I use bricks, I tend to go with Flexbox just as force a habit because I can do loads of great stuff with it, right? You know, I can go with it. So. Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, Sinan, this is fake. You know the size of the headers? They're just placeholders. Do not worry about... This is not scientifically done, right? This is not scientifically done. This is just placeholders. Okay. Would you like to see me do this as Bricks Flexbox Container or Bricks CSS Grid? What's your thought processes? I personally would just like to do Flexbox Container. I would like to just do Flexbox Container with bricks. But every time I do a Flexbox Container video tutorial for bricks and I'm using Flexbox during the video, I get a lot of heat. Why are you not using CSS Grid? And it's like, does it matter? Does it massively matter? Oh dear. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I see where we're going with this. Right. So now I'm going to. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me now just do this because Michael just made a comment. So you know what? Let's do it. All right. So let's now go in over here. Obviously, the text would be smaller. Let's go and grab her. Let's go and shrink her down to be something like... Let me just get this right. Let's just shrink it down. I think that's about right. I think I've done that too much. Have I overcompensated? Yeah, a bit there. Let's just edit the video. Let's adjust it. Let's saturate it. Come on, saturation. Let's just saturate it down. Brightness up a bit. Contrast just a little bit like that. And then we are going to go back like that. And there we go. We now have her in our image as well. That actually does work quite well, I have to say, doesn't it? It actually does look really good. I'm just going to get where's the blacks on here, just to sharpen this up a bit. No, not that one. Contrast. Something like that. So there we go. We now have her in there as well. So Sinan says go with bricks flex. Nika says flex as well. Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing, you see. I'm struggling with this one a little bit because CSS Grid is really good from a responsive side as well, but I feel like you can make it work as well in Flexbox as well. So I'm trying to get I'm trying to work out in my head the best way to approach it. Look, everyone, we are going for a 2-minute warning now because we have been live for... we have been live... How long have we been live? We've been live for 1 hour, 27 minutes, and I want to get on now with just finalising a few stuff. I need to do a bit of brainstorming just for the website we're building next week. We have the details. I just have to have a think about something we're going to do with the directory. And obviously, I'm just going to start planning out my time for the rest of the week in terms of more code snippet videos to record, more other videos, and also... when am I going to record this bricks video? Because people are asking for it, and I think I really do need to consider it because people are asking for it. Please don't forget to hit like. We've had 104 people jump on today. We've only had 22 likes, so please do hit that. I'm probably going to say goodbye now, actually. Yes, Sinan, and this is my thought process as well. Like, some people go all in on grid, and I'm like, do you really need to? Do you really need to? You know, and the Flexbox sometimes is a little bit easier for some people to work with. So I might just stick with Flexbox. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye. Take care. If you haven't watched our massive website Elemental video, please go and watch it. In fact, just hit play and leave it. Go off somewhere and leave it playing for 6-7 hours, whatever. But yeah, please go and do that. Yep, Andrew, good luck with that soft play website. I hope it really works out well for you. But I'm going to say goodbye now to everyone. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye.